What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome to Ophelia Resplendent Review. Ophelia is a Gen 2 blue infantry mage who has always been a pretty good unit, and that's because of her preferred weapon, Mistletoe. So this gives her -1 special cooldown, and at start of turn 1 she can pre-charge her special depending on the magical allies present on her team. This also includes her, so you just need to run 2 mages on your team and she can pre-charge even an AoE special. And that makes her a really unique mage because a lot of times for charging up your AoE specials, you need to set up Infantry Pulse, Time Pulse, or enter into the combat. But right from the start of the map, Ophelia can have her AoE special charged up and she can easily spam those specials by using Special Spiral. So Ophelia has always been an extremely good unit for clearing any kind of in-game content with a bunch of dancers. And even competitively, Ophelia did do a pretty good job, but as of recently she has fallen off a bit from her prime days in AETHER's defense, and that's because of the fact that we have far save units like Ascended Fiarm, and we also have damage reduction skills. Because many far save users who play smartly can avoid her AoE special to preserve the HP on their far save tank and then proceeding to take her out. Still, all things considered, Ophelia is a very good unit and it's about to get better for her with these resplendent stats giving her extra attack and also hopefully a weapon refine, because she is a Gen 2 unit and there are not too many Gen 2 units who are left for the weapon refine. Ophelia is definitely one of the best Gen 2 units that we have in the game. So we'll have to see if she gets a weapon refine next month or not, because just because she's got resplendent doesn't mean that she's guaranteed a refine. We did get resplendent Hector and Reinhardt, and still none of them have got a weapon refine. So I hope that she doesn't suffer the same fate as them and gets a refine and gets even better. Ophelia's resplendent version is going to be appreciated by many people because she is a very popularly used unit. I also use her in my free-to-play account for pretty much clearing all of the content with 3 dancers. She can be used at +1 merge and she's going to be giving you really good result, at least in PvE. With the resplendent stats, she can end up having 39 base attack and she also has a super boon in it, so this is by far the best IV for her, and attack is the most important stat for her. Ophelia's builds are quite straightforward because her role is quite clear, and that is to nuke everyone with AoE specials. So you want to run Life and Death 3 both in Slade and Sacred Seal because the AoE specials calculate the damage based on the visible attack stat. So you want to boost that up with Ophelia. And then you can run Special Spiral, which is available from the Divine Code section, and she's easily one of the best users of Special Spiral. But if you cannot have access to that, then you can just run Chill Resistance, which is her default skill. But she's not going to be able to use the AoE specials again and again without the Special Spiral. It's definitely a worthwhile investment, and she can also run Savage Blow or Resistant Smoke as her slotsy skill. Competitively speaking, nowadays in AETHER's offense she could be used with a Fury 7 build, and this pretty much allows her to fall into the Wings of Mercy range after 2 attacks. So keep in mind that you want to keep her below 56 HP so that she can fall into the Wings of Mercy range, and Ophelia can definitely help you against the low threat range teams who has a lot of bulky units, and she can definitely take out some of the far save tanks as well with the sheer power of her AoE special. She can also be used in Summoner Duels, at least in the Book 3 and prior metagame. In Summoner Duels Ranked, she's not going to be the best AoE nuke as we do have access to stuff like Duo Sonia, who was pretty much just better because of her support with the Harmonic skill. Ophelia doesn't really provide that kind of thing for her teammates, but still you could use her in the regular Summoner Duels. Life and Death 4 is going to be helpful in optimizing the damage because any kind of extra attack is really appreciated, and sometimes you could lose in Summoner Duels just based on the stats and by missing the kills. So that's why it's definitely helpful. And you can also run Pulse Smoke because in Summoner Duels people are going to be running pre-charged specials or Hardy Fighter armors. So Pulse Smoke can definitely help you get rid of that, and her AoE special can be changed depending on the map layout. Blazing Wind is overall going to be the better AoE special because of its area, but you can always run Blazing Thunder or even Blazing Flame depending on the map that you're going to be facing on in that particular week of Summoner Duels. You can also use her at max investment, and this is the attack stat that you can reach with max life and death build. And I guess if you want to run an expensive slotsy skill, then attack resistance menace is an option. So yeah, she can hit incredibly high amounts of attack, and that AoE special is surely going to be hurting. You can also use her in AETHER's defense, and I myself have been using her even last couple of months with this Wings of Mercy build. So Wings of Mercy is helpful if you're going to be using bulky units like Ceros and other stuff so that they can survive, and then she can just come in and nuke an opponent because she doesn't really have the cavalry movement, which is often required for having oppressive Aether defense maps. And Hardy Bearing could be run, but not many people run Vantage builds in Arena. So yeah, you're really not going to be getting too much use out of that Sacred Seal, so you might as well stack up the attack. Honestly, Hardy Bearing could be run on any of these builds because against the Vantage units, it can be really annoying to get checkmated by them. Vantage is a bit more popular in Summoner duels, so you can definitely run Hardy Bearing in that game mode, and that can certainly help you deal with the Vantage Duochromes or Vantage Legendary Seedas and stuff like that. So Vantage is seen a bit more in Summoner duels, I would say, than in Aether offense. Special Spiral could not be run here because if you do a lot of damage to their team with AoE Special, then you're pretty much going to be winning, or if you nuke one of their main tanks. So I feel like Wings of Mercy's utility can definitely be helpful in Aether defense. And finally, if you do run her in Arena, then she could be used with B-Dual Infantry 4. And not many people use a lot of mages in Arena, so that's why you pretty much want to use a low cooldown special like Ruptured Sky. And Time Pulse can help you pre-charge your special every single turn. Mistletoe only charges up your special at the start of a map, and then Time Pulse can help you on the other turns. And AoE specials are not the most optimal scoring specials in Arena. They're not the highest one, so you have to run Ruptured Sky, Blue Flame, or Aether. And Ruptured Sky can definitely help you, deal with Beast and Dragons. So that's why it's a nice low cooldown special on this kind of nuke build. Ophelia is definitely one of the better Gen 2 mages, but still, a Weapon Refine would be really nice to address some of her issues and make her even better. So this is the Weapon Refine theory craft I have for her, and I hope that she gets something similar. In the primary condition, she doesn't really get any kind of extra stats. Instead, I've made it so that she can get special cooldown -2 for each magical ally present on your team. So this can make it even easier for her to pre-charge her AoE specials, even if you're just running a single mage on your team. And that could be a dancer like Peony or Legendary Azura, so it definitely helps her just pre-charge her special with different kinds of teams. And her Weapon Refine is going to be addressing some of the issues that she has, which is the fact that she has to run Hardy Bearing in certain game modes and many times. So Hardy Bearing present in her weapon just opens up her Sacred Seal to run Life and Death and get even more attack. So that's why I haven't really given her any kind of extra stats, because in a way she can get more stats by just simply having Hardy Bearing effect built into this weapon. Legendary Lilina also is an AoE nuke, and she does have Hardy Bearing present in her weapon, so there's definitely some precedence to that. And I would also give her the Deadeye or the Lethality effect, which can pierce through the damage reduction, and this can definitely make her unique as an AoE nuke because no other AoE nuke can bypass this kind of damage reduction skills, but Ophelia will be able to do it and still nuke those damage reduction units. So it would definitely make her a lot more unique and a lot more stronger. Let me know, how do you like this Weapon Refine? I think it might be a bit contentious because a lot of people do think that Ophelia does not really need a Weapon Refine, but still she's a Gen 2 unit at the end of the day, so she's gonna be kind of due for it as they're trying to finish up the catalog. Make sure to share this video with your friends who are trying to build up Resplendent Ophelia, and if you enjoyed, then make sure to leave a like and a comment. Helps me tremendously, and if you really enjoyed, you could always support me directly by using Super Thanks or by becoming a YouTube member. And for more Resplendent reviews, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I wish YouTube sub boxes were still as good as Ophelia is right now. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.